one of the things that people aren't realizing about this whole climate change debate, and I've spoken about it countless times, it's Antarctica. There's countless activities that are going on there that are astronomical in comparison to each individual. Volcanic activity that causes glacial melt. Look at geothermal vents. Think about Old Faithful, and instead of water disappearing, things collected into a puddle and formed a warm water lake. Even though the Arctic is frigid. It's an oasis. Just like there is water holes in a desert, there's water holes in the Arctic as well. It doesn't get any more complex than that. And for us to think that carbon emissions from human beings has caused all this and that, our egos need to be set aside due to the fact that the calculations of the CO2 emissions are inaccurate, because we can't actually measure the regular CO2 emissions of the Earth in itself. At the same time, this is why I speak of deforestation, because if there's any fault in the math, or the reasoning, it's due to deforestation, because we're mass consuming natural resources which take care of CO2 emissions. We pollute the oceans, plankton. That's a removal of CO2 consuming resources. Sorry, appreciation. The whole argument about global warming is debunked. We're seeing all kinds of seismic activity, and some of it's definitely partially due to the fracking industry, the shale oil industry. All these sinkholes developing, and speaking of sinkholes, and this is kind of like one of the things that this is my original conspiracy theory. Where am I at? There we are. I thought the camera was on the other side. But, anyways. Tunguska. There was a geothermal activity it was marshlands, it was swamps. A lot of methane gas was released. It was a gas explosion. It wasn't aliens intercepting an asteroid. What it was a gas explosion. Look at the butterfly pattern. There was spark ignition, but things fractal and they go to their points. We need to really focus on the actual problem and stop trying to say we know the problem. Our egos are getting out of hand. Earth. Listen to Earth, people. Are you Earthlings? Then listen to Earth. Okay? Pay attention to rogue journalists. Don't pay attention to mainstream media all the time. Think for yourselves. That's the bottom line. Maintain your independence. Happy Veterans Day.